All right, so I'm going to do a little recognition here before we jump in to the call. So I'm going to start off with July Success Club. So we had a ton of coaches hit Success Club. I'm going to read off the names of the coaches that hit Success Club 10 in July. So we got Nicole Albarisi, Melissa Voris, Maria Rodriguez, Emily Crushore, Danielle Hills, Carrie Steelman-Schmidt, Marie Sardelli, Jill Wagner, Sydney Freeman, Amy Reelman, Amy Morgan. At Success Club 12, we got Olivia Brackett, Claire Barboni, Priscilla Perry, Kate McGinty, Brooke Reed, Ashley Feld-Dyson, and Caroline Nathan. At 16, we got Beth McDonald. At 26, we have Ashley Dyer. Also at 26, myself. And at 34 Success Club points, which means she helped 17 people commit to a challenge pack in her challenge group, Cassandra Schmelzinger crushed it. And then this month in August, we have Team Cup. So I don't know if it's too late. I don't think it is. If you're not on a team of 5 coaches, it'd be great to post in the group, talk to your upline, try to get on a team of 5. Because in August, if you get on a team of 5 coaches and based on how you guys do with Success Club points, you can earn prizes. So there's nothing to lose if you guys don't earn any Success Club points. It's not like you get penalized or anything, but it's just a fun way to get to meet some of the other coaches and have a chance to push each other a little bit harder and win some prizes. One more recognition here. We have the, coaches sponsored in July. So these coaches sponsored 3 coaches in July. We got Olivia Powell, Melissa Voris, Maria Rodriguez, Jocelyn Horton, Emily Crushore, Benjamin Malone. These coaches enrolled 4 coaches last month. Jill Wagner, Joe Policino, and Mackenzie Chase. Maurice Sardelli enrolled 5 coaches in July. Myself and Ashley Dyer enrolled 6 coaches in July. And Cassie Schmelzinger enrolled 13 coaches in July. I think a lot of those might have been like discount coaches, like people that just signed up as customers but became coaches just to get like the discount on their Shakeology. But still, 13 coaches in a month. That's insane. Okay, so these coaches had the most personal volume points. So personal volume points come from your own orders, from your personal orders, and from your customers ordering from you. So it's almost like $1 per point. It's not exact, but so Shelly Frank had 293 volume points, personal volume points in the week. And then these coaches had over 300. Carrie Martabano, Chris Bachlet, Priscilla Perry, Lisa Goldberg, Mary Beth Darling, Beth Reelman, Cassandra Schmelzinger, Sydney Freeman, and Andrea Wallace. And then these coaches had over 400 personal volume points last week. Leah Hall, Kim Roberts, Megan Gutenberg, and Stephanie Ryan. Then over 600 personal volume points last week. Erin Johnson and Amy Reelman. Over 800, Amy Morgan. And over 900, we have Beth McDonald, Terry Bachlet, and myself, Patrick Reelman. Okay, and then last recognition before we hop in here. So that was your personal volume points. So that comes from you, from customers ordering directly from you. And then you got your team volume, which comes from the coaches on your team, everything that they're buying and selling. So the coaches that had over 300 team volume points on their week leg, we have Francesca Calhoun, Tiffany Gush, Marilyn Bourget, Elle Deal, Lauren Kellum, Katie Cargile, Mary Beth Darling, Emily Bachlet, Michelle Katz, Nick Waltz, Melissa Asner, Delaney Cleason, Beth McDonald, Brittany Miller, Melissa Hollenbeck, Suzanne Reyes, Beth Reelman, Second Business Center, and Margaret Mackerer. With over 500 team volume points on their week leg, Tim Ottaway, Valerie McMullum, Brittany Dimmick, Suzanne Bell, Brittany Oat, Carrie Steelman-Schmidt, Kelly Marks, Jennifer Reeve, Nicoletta Sidowitz, Andrew Wallace, Second Business Center, Jill Wagner, Emily Crushore, Josh Morgan, Amy Reelman, Second Business Center, and Brooke Reed, just shy of the 1,000 mark Then in the 1,000 Club with over 1,000 team volume points in their week leg, Pete Rillman, Michael Bachlet, Danielle Hills, Shauna Valenta, Tyler Smith, Joe Policino, Caroline Nathan, Patrick Rillman, my third business center, Robert Rodriguez, Maurice Sardelli, Ashley Felddyson, Stacy Slade, Chris Bachlet, and Gage Eckert with over 2,000 team volume points in their week leg. Wade Kephart, Charles Wallace, Alyssa Sardelli, and Amy Morgan with over 3,000. Terry Bachlet, over 5,000 team volume points in their week leg. Amy Reelman, my second business center, and Michelle Phillips with over 10,000 team volume points in their week leg. Andrea Wallace, myself, and my mom, Beth Reelman, killing it. All right. A lot of great recognition from this past week. Big week. And we hit like a new record as far as like number of coaches on Team Boom with over 3,400 coaches, which was pretty cool to hit that mark. All right, so on the call today, we have a very special guest, very new to the Beachbody family, Sarah Jane Rossiter. I might, is that how it is? Yeah, okay. Sarah Jane Rossiter. I think you also go by SJ, I believe.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I'm going to unmute you there. So Sarah Jane, I believe, lives in the UK. In London, I'm guessing, but just recently, not in London. Okay, you can correct me. But just recently got hired as the senior sales manager for the UK for the launch, which is on Thursday, October 19th, I believe.
Yes, that's the official day people can start to register, but the actual launch day is the 21st of October.
So people can sign up as coaches on the 19th?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 21st is like the actual like live event.
That's correct.
In London, and like some of the trainers are going to be there, and it's like the official kind of launch, but they can sign up on Thursday the 19th, and then the event is on the 21st. That gives you like 2 days to get them signed up. And then if they're going to the event, or maybe are they going to be if they're not going to be in London, can they maybe stream the event, like watch it online? Or
yeah, so I mean, firstly, hello everyone. It's really good to be on here. It's and yeah, no, I'm not in London, although the office for us is in London, or just North London. I am going to be up there half of the week, but I'm very much a high touch kind of manager and love to get out in the field. So I'm going to be traveling all over, and I've got a really good location, kind of in the southwest, but very good access to all motorways to be able to go out and support people. So I'll be working from home. As you can tell probably from the stone in the background, I'm in the Cotswolds. So it really is like, you see on all the movies, that's what it's like where we are in the middle of nowhere. But I'm, so excited to be part of this launch and jumping onto all these Zoom calls. It's brilliant to watch. Actually, I could just sit here all day watching you all on Zoom like some kind of weird stalker right now, because it's really funny watching everyone's faces and what you do, because you just do this all the time. So it's cool to be invited into these calls. And so as we said, registration has already happened for the UK event. And I think it was a little bit like a Justin Bieber concert, and all the tickets sold out in the space of about 2 hours for Sean T, because Sean T's coming to the UK and he's going to do 2 workouts for us. So we've sold out both sessions in very quick succession. We now have a waiting list. But there is extra room for the business side of it. So we did have limited room for the workouts. Obviously, when people start jumping around, the room all of a sudden becomes half the size. So especially with Sean T doing any kind of insanity workout. Right. So we do still have space for the business side of it, because there's 1,000 tickets there. And I know we only have a couple of hundred, so we're not far off selling out all of those as well, which for me is phenomenal. I've been involved in this kind of industry for a while, and although I am newly appointed, my official start date is actually 23rd of August. I'm still employed by someone else currently, and going on holiday on Friday for 2 weeks. So, but I'm, scheduled to do lots of calls between now and October, including while we're away. So I'm just so excited to get started. It's brilliant. So like I said, there's lots of space still available for anybody that knows, anyone that would want to go along to the business side of the seminar.
And so it's going to be Saturday, October 21st in London. And then where would they go to register to be able to go to that event and get on the workouts?
So you get, so the link is in the main group that we've got for the UK, but obviously I can get that link and share it into your group page as well if you haven't already done that, or pass that on to anybody that you know there. And I know the question you asked me a minute ago, Patrick, was if they can't get to London, where can they go? The plan is, and we're having a brainstorming session tomorrow, actually I'm on the phone with Arno tomorrow to discuss how we now roll that out to the rest of the country, because London's, I've been there today actually, it's not the best of places to get to for everyone, but it's a really good place for us to do a launch. And it gets some kind of traction and some activity and people going, oh, so they're launching, and a really exclusive place as well, so it kind of lets people know what kind of company we are. Off the back of that, though, a few weeks later, we are going to do some tours. So there'll be a tour going across the country into the major cities. So we'll cover the southwest, the Midlands, the north, northeast, and then up to Scotland as well. And I know we're going to have some coaches coming over from the States to do that. So, keep listening out, making sure, Patrick, if you're not in the main group where we're announcing all of this, which is really good for all the coaches to get into the main group. At least
it's a Facebook group you're talking about?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I think did I mute? Did you get muted by mistake? I think you got muted.
Yeah, I'm out now. Yeah. So let me just. Team Beachbody UK pre-launch. There's two called that. You want the one with the majority of numbers in there. And you need to put in your Beachbody coach number so that we can reference, because believe it or not, we've had people appear in there that aren't actually coaches, but they're putting in fake IDs. So we're having to remove people. So we're monitoring who's in there, so we don't have, the people from Isogenics or Visalis joining us to see what we're up to. So we're kind of monitoring it quite closely. So the Team Beachbody UK pre-launch, that's where we will make any announcements with regards to tours, what's happening, how you can work with your teams. Jeff Hill was in there as well the other day. So that's a really good place for you to go to get all first-hand information.
Okay, great. Someone just shared the link in the chat, so perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is a question for you, but I think a lot of the coaches like in the US and Canada the first question they have is like, how do I even start to connect? Like, what's the best way to connect? I don't know if that's something that you even want to answer, or if we just kind of skip over that question.
Yeah, no, and if you I got flown out to the summit last weekend. It feels like last weekend. It was like 2-3 weeks ago now, but it was just, I literally flew in and flew out. So I flew in for the whole summit and then left again. And so for those of you there, if you were there, will you wave? Was anybody here there? Yeah, okay, good. So, Charlene was just amazing. And she really spoke, the language of all the Brits, because we don't like being sold to. And so when you do the whole sell, and I've had somebody do it today from a different company come to me, literally say, hey, watch this video. I was like, oh, hi, Sarah, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, thank you, Shush, is how I replied back. And then he went, great to hear. Watch the video. And I was like, that's not how you do it. And it really frustrates me. That won't get you anywhere. You need to connect and relate on a personal level. We know when we're being sold to like that, and we hate it. And if we're in a shop, an assistant comes to help us, that is our worst nightmare. That will be us putting the clothes back on the rack and running out of the shop. That's like, so when you're looking to connect with people, and it's really interesting because I've got some English Mastiffs. That's our family dog, and I'm an English Mastiff dog group. And my other half actually mentioned the other day, he said, aren't those little markers on the floor that you're using at the moment? Who's doing shift shop? Give us a wave if you're doing shift shop. Good, yeah. So my other half spotted the markers in the English Mastiff group, and this lady's videoed her with her Mastiff and these markers on the floor. So instantly, we've got rapport. And that's what you're looking for, is go and find people that you can relate to. And so this woman now is connected to me because I've connected to her through the English Mastiff group, and we're just talking about dogs to start off with. Now, she didn't have a clue who I was. And she's like, oh, so are you looking to become a coach? Eventually, we got to that point, and I'm like, actually, I'm UK sales manager. And she's like, oh, okay. So it's like, go connect. If you don't know anybody actually in the UK, you know, just go and join some groups that you can relate to. And Arno said, you know, the top selling DVDs over here, because Insanity's been here for years already, Insanity, P90X, you know, go into those groups and just start chatting on a level that you can relate to somebody. Don't go in for the hard sell straight away, because you would just turn people off instantly. So just go and make friends with people. And the easiest thing for you to do is ask everybody over there who they know in the UK, because that will be your instant introduction. Especially, you know, if they've seen your journey and not just seen it before and after, and they've kind of been following you on your journey. You know, that's a brilliant way of doing it. You've got plenty of people in your backyard that I'm sure know people here in the UK, and the same in Canada as well. So yeah, that's my advice to you is, you know, if you start, and at the moment, as you can imagine, it's like there's Facebook ads everywhere for Beachbody, so you can't get away from it. I haven't announced on my Facebook yet that where I'm going, but I already know people have guessed it, just because of, you know, there's just ads everywhere. Everyone's talking about Beachbody at the moment, which is great. You know, it's marketing. You need to expose somebody to it at least 7 times before they'll buy in. So if everybody's doing it and then you go in with the softly and then close, you're going to get the buy-in with the people over here. So yeah, don't go for the hard sell. If you haven't listened to Charlene's chat on social media that she did at Summit, go and listen to it. If you were there, go listen to it again. You know, I've probably listened to it 2 or 3 times already on a recording, and it's brilliant, and it really works for over here.
Awesome. So probably the best way to connect would be different Facebook groups, like Insanity, P90X Facebook groups, fan page.
Yeah, kids, but things that aren't necessarily anything to do with it either. You know, go and that's English Mastiff group, found somebody doing, you know, shift shop. So right. It's, you know, there will be people that you can relate to in every group. You know, whatever your hobbies are. If you've got children, you know, go join mums groups over here and, you know, share your stories of losing weight, but do it in a natural way that you're not selling to somebody.
Right.
We will run a mile.
Right. So yeah, I mean, like, build like real relationships, and then if you know, find something that maybe they have a need for, whether it's fitness or nutrition. And then like what products can people in the UK purchase now and use of Beachbody's like before the launch, like starting like today, I guess. Can they have access to Beachbody on demand?
Yep, so that's here. So all of the workouts are all on demand, and they've got the 2-week free trial as well. So, you know, definitely, you know, get people started on it. And that's a really good introduction, because there's just no strings attached to that at all.
So we can just send them the same way we would send like our beachbodycoach.com website to someone in the US. We could just send that same to someone in the UK, and they click on it, click join, and they can do the 2-week trial, or even get the $99 Beachbody on demand for the year. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, so for the year, we're not sure, because they're cutting it off and then they're restarting again. So they don't automatically get carried over. There is going to be a bit where they'll be able to cancel it if they have joined the free trial, and then rejoin as a coach. So, you know, that's all the kind of stuff that we're talking about and ironing out as we speak. So
cool. Yeah. With someone in the UK, like once you do take the time to find something that you got that you have in common, and you start to build like a relationship with them, like if you said something to someone in the UK, like, you know, Beachbody's launching over there, you could be like one of the first coaches. Is that something that's like kind of sounds funny to them, or?
Yeah. So do you know who knows of Vice Alice?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they came in really well, really hard, and just blew it away. And they did a lot of that, be the first person, and it turned a lot of people off.
Right.
Because if you start doing that now as well, and as you know, as much as there may be some advantage to it, if you start with that kind of language initially, you know, it kind of sets you up to fail when you've got people 2 years down the line and you're trying to build a business, and you're kind of already creating that mentality that, oh, well, I should have been in at the beginning. Right. So you really want to do, you know, that this is new, it's a fantastic opportunity. I would really try and avoid the language of, you know, get in now, it's a really great thing. You know, it's like they're going to want to, and it's really hard not to say that, because I get it, you know, and it's I've done both sides. I've been corporate and I've been in all of your shoes as well, where I've been building my own team. And so it's really hard to not say that, but try and choose your language that, it's new. It's, there's so many people here that already know this business, they already know Insanity. If you say, when I say to people who I'm joining as a company, they're like, well, who's Beachbody? And I say, well, Shaun T. And oh yeah, I know who that is. So it's like, there's that, people know it and they love it. And so, I wouldn't just say it's new. They don't need to know that, they're going to have a real big advantage if they come in. Obviously they will, but we don't need to be publicizing that, because at some point down the line, it's going to be 2 years time and it's not going to be new anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Oh, could I ask one question?
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm like, who's talking to me?
Actually, my name says Patrick Reelman. I don't know why.
I was going to say, you're just amazing how you managed to do that.
My question was, you said that they can do a 2-week trial with Beachbody On Demand, but they cannot create a Team Beachbody account?
No.
Okay. So you could, like, I have some people that I'm talking to. So how would I get them to get the 2-week trial? Is there a link that we give them?
Yep, so I'll share the link in there. So beachbodyondemand.co.uk as well is a UK link where they can get their trial. I've let me just double check all of these. As you can imagine, it's all new to me, but I'm sure, is yours for Beachbody On Demand? Is it beachbodyondemand.com?
Yeah.
So we're just .co.uk.
Okay. We're just trying to figure out how to make sure that we would get assigned as their coach when
there is none of that. This is where building relationships right now is really important, and I've already seen it where a group of people were already going to go one coach. They've been sold to, promised the earth, blah blah blah, and it just turned them off, and they've now gone with a different coach. Okay, so you are building rapport with whoever you find, so they are going to want to come with you. Why would they not want to be with you? Get them in a coaching program for themselves and start coaching them. Get them their story started now, because they can do that. Teach them all about Shakeology. Give them something that they're not going to get from somewhere else, and then they're going to stay with you. They're going to want to be with you. Create your own little team chat. And that's how you can do it. Don't, if you sell, they're just going to go off and find someone that's not going to sell to them, because they'll be, told what a great product this is. Actually, they don't like you. And that's, this is what this business is. It's a relationship building business. And so your mission now is all about, how do I build rapport with people? Go and read as many books as you possibly can on how to influence friends and influence people, because you are going to be wanting to winning loads of friends right now and getting them to be your best friends forever, so that they don't get to the point where you've sold them a great job on Shakeology, you've spent loads of time with them, but actually they really don't like you. So, and that can happen, because there's no guarantees as to who they'll go with until the 19th of October.
Yeah.
So that was
like the Hunger Games at the moment. It's it's not a nice place right now, but when we get past the 19th, it'll be a lot nicer.
Yeah. So that was a question I wanted to ask also. Sorry, Pat, is when they do that, when you have all these people come to your event in London, how is that going to work? Like, say a bunch of people want to sign up as coaches. Are you going to put them on the diamond lead wheel? Or is it just people that go there that are going to try to build relations with people?
No. So obviously they register on the 19th. So you want to get them to register with you prior to them turning up to the event. And then the idea of the event is then that we give them, what the company's all about, give them bigger vision. Jeff's going to be here. Carl's going to be here. Shaun T's going to be here. So, you sign them up on the 19th. I mean, that's going to be a busy day. We're going to be doing recognition, on the 21st. I'm fairly confident of that there'll be, teams already built and created to be recognized at different levels on the 21st. So, you get them to sign up on the 19th, and then we do all the vision. You don't have to be there. We'll make sure that they're, given where is this company from, where's it going to, and, what they can do on the next steps.
Awesome. Cool. So they can get Beachbody On Demand. They just can't be assigned to a specific coach. So, but they can get Beachbody On Demand, and they can be in our private Facebook group, our challenge group, and get to have an experience of what it's like to be a client.
Yeah, and one thing I would say is don't just add people to groups. Ask permission. We're very much, we love to queue. We say sorry if somebody walks past us and bumps into us, or doesn't even bump into us, or almost looks like they're going to bump into us. We're like, we're quite reserved. So don't go just dumping people in groups. All over my Facebook at the moment, it's like, don't you just hate it when you keep getting added to groups? So I'm fairly confident right now. There's loads of people from Beachbody just dumping people in groups because my Facebook's all kind of networkers from various different companies. So, don't just dump them. Just say, look, hey, do you want to join us on a challenge? You've got great programs there that you can get somebody started, even if it means restarting your own one. Get them on a challenge with you, and really get them working out and saying, come on, look, we've got a group here, and create more groups if that's what you have to do, or a group chat, just to kind of, encourage them along the way to be part of you, and ask their permission first before you do it. That's like our pet hate here. So and I'm sure it is over there as well, but we just, that's like instant black mark against your name.
Right. Anything else, like any, I guess, differences that you know of between like US in general and the UK in general, as far as like conversation and like maybe like do's and don'ts?
Yeah, I mean, we don't, this is a challenging one because and I've had this around, people liking the rah-rahs, I love coming to America. I always feel great when I leave because everyone's so friendly and so like smiley and, happy to like go high five and give you, we don't do that. You put your hand up to do a high five and it's like, okay, I'll put my hand up. It's like, nobody does it. It's so, however, if you connect with somebody that's watched Insanity or watched Tony Horton, it's like they're already used to that kind of language. So that's quite good. That's where you've got an instant rapport there with, anyone that's connected to that. So I would say anyone that hasn't experienced Beachbody, just go easy on them. Obviously be really positive, and just talk about the support that they'll get, on their journey, and show the before, durings and afters, because we see loads of before and afters constantly, and they get, this is the company that we're with this week, and next week it's the same before and after. What I'm seeing here is so many people staying for such a long time, and you're all kind of very different, and so passionate. I can't express, I've come back and my friend's ears are bleeding from the summit, because it's just like, I can't believe like how many people would turn up at 6 o'clock in the morning to do a workout in that heat. So it was like, wow, that, speaks volumes. And I just had so many stories as I was walking to the event each day from different people. And that's really powerful. Here in the UK, when we do weight loss, we do it in groups. We like to feel supported. And so, if you can support a group of people, even if it's 3 people, those 3 will grow, and that's the thing, is like so many people try to get hundreds of people in right at the beginning. You can't manage that. That's like, that sometimes is just too much. And, if you can get 3 really good people, get some really good results, that will just multiply like the penny that multiplies that was spoken about at the event as well. So, don't fret if you haven't got 50,000 people already, in your groups. If you can find just 3 that get a really good result and are really passionate about it, that will just multiply.
Right. Awesome. Joe, what was your question here? I see. I just unmuted you, Joe, if you want to.
Well, thanks for having me on the call. It's great to get some knowledge there. Hi. So if they sign up for the BOD right now, are they going to be able to call Coach Relations and say, I want Pat Rillman as my coach, or I want Marie Sardelli as my coach, and then have that coach assigned to them like we do here?
Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a good question. So that'll be one that I can put forward tomorrow. So let me just make a note of that.
Yeah, so if somebody signs up for a free membership or the BOD on their own, like through the website or online, the coaches, like if we contact them and say, do you have a coach? If they say no, then they can ask to have us assigned to them as their coach.
Okay, so I'll ask Arno tomorrow. I'm actually going to California. Obviously, I went to Summit. I'm still in my current job, but as soon as I get back from my holiday, I'm flying out to California and to Utah to do full training. So I should be able to answer all of these questions by the end of the middle of September. But in the meantime, I will get this question answered from Arno. And what we'll do is we'll post it into the main group, because it's probably a question that other people are wanting to know the answer to. So no, that's okay. Can coaches get assigned to people that have already
across the pond? Is it only going to be within the continent, or will it be across the pond also?
I would imagine it's across the pond. Yeah, I would imagine so. But don't take my word for it until I speak to Arno tomorrow. On the free, so it's on the free trial. This is So you ring up.
Or on the free trial, or if they already have a BOD account.
Okay.
If they're in any way associated with Beachbody, with any kind of account or service, will we be able to be assigned their coach?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just taking your name so I can tag you in the post. Perfect.
Sounds like as of right now, they can't be assigned a particular coach until the 19th of October.
Right. Yeah. And I'm asking at that time.
But there'll be lots of, there's a lot of people. There's 2,500 trainers here in the UK already training out Insanity and 90X and PIO. So they're already given that, so they're there. So you can imagine how many people are actually attending these live Beachbody events. So there's a lot of people out there that know this program and and know of Beachbody, but just don't realise what opportunities on their way, really.
Beachbody on Demand in the UK, can they only do the 2-week free trial, or can they can already sign up for like a full year?
Yeah, we can sign up for the full year.
Okay. Yeah. And then on October 19th, I don't know if maybe this is what Joe was asking, but on October 19th, are all those people that already have the Beachbody on Demand account, are they going to be kind of like automatically assigned a coach?
Yeah, so I think that's one of the things we are discussing tomorrow. So if that is what you mean, Joe, they won't have to continue with their Beachbody on Demand. They can go then over to a challenge, I believe, and get a challenge pack. So then they get Shakeology shipped as well. So they can make that switch, because that will be coming in October too. And
that's kind of their choice. But then for those that don't even know there's anything going on, like people in the UK that have a Beachbody on Demand account, on October 19th, for those that aren't aware that they can like upgrade to a challenge pack or anything, and they just continue to stick with just the BOD account, I would be curious to know like if they're going to be kind of assigned a coach randomly.
Yeah. Okay. I can ask that. Perfect. I will ask that question.
Cool. And then on the 19th, they can sign up as a coach with a challenge pack. And on the 19th, are all of Beachbody's products going to be available in the UK, or is it just a select few?
Just a select few initially. So I know Shakeology, I've definitely seen in the office over there. So Shakeology, and I believe the performance range as well, but don't quote me on that one. I'll, get the lowdown. But yeah, Nature Sunshine's not going to be there. It's not Nature Sunshine. Daily Sunshine, that's another company.
Yeah.
Yeah, just ignore me saying that. Daily Sunshine, that's not going to be here for a while. But definitely certain flavors of Shakeology, because you'll want to drip feed it as well. You won't want to just launch it all in one go. You want to be drip feeding these products. And what's great is you've got so many that will, be able to be drip fed that are fantastic too.
Right.
I'm one of the lucky ones that has a bag of Shakeology in my kitchen.
Nice. I've heard like Eric Worre. I'm sure you've heard of him. Like, so one of the things he teaches when a company's opening up to other countries is to send those countries samples before the country actually opens up. Is that allowed can we send Shakeology, like the little sample packs, to people in the UK now?
I never heard anything.
Okay.
Yeah. How I got this job was somebody sent me samples of Shakeology. And yeah, so I got tempted clearly by I mean, it's phenomenal. The company I currently work for, we distribute a protein powder here in the UK that I thought was amazing. And then Shakeology came along and it's blown it out the water. So I got tempted by that first. You know, we're not naive to think that people aren't already shipping stuff over to the UK. It's, you know, it happens. That's the way it is. It's legal. Just quote that's not legal just yet because we're not registered to actually sell the stuff here yet. Right. However, you know, we know stuff happens. So
right. Cool.
What you can do, but you know what's really good that you can do, and I mean, I'm assuming this will come with a pack. I can't even remember when I got this or how this arrived in my house. But teaching people, you know, if you find somebody here that's really interested in being a coach, getting them to fully understand and appreciate, you know, having a clean, healthy diet, doing the exercise, following the programs, and really understand the ingredients in this, even before the product arrives in the UK, you know, they won't be able to keep quiet about it. When you learn the value of the actual ingredients in there, it's like you can't not share it. So, you know, teach them the value of it. Tell them to go and Google every single ingredient in there so they fully understand that. That would be a real kind of jump board for the launch when it happens in October.
Gotcha. Do you know how much, like, for in the US, the Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack that comes with like a year of Beachbody On Demand, it comes with the portion control containers and a month of Shakeology, is $160 US. I was curious to know what that's going to be in October when those launch in the UK.
So so what we've heard so far and where we're at is that it will be like for like. So obviously we include our tax, you don't include your tax, and that's something I would say definitely mention that to the UK, because if it's £160 and it's $160, they say, well, it's $160, and for us that's like less than the exchange rate. Just remind everybody that you have to add tax onto yours. We don't do that; it's already included. So it looks like it's going to be like for like, but it's a really big deal because they'll go and do the exchange rate and say, well, actually that should only be £140 over here. Right. And it's like, no, you've got to put tax on top of yours. So, you know, when you're talking, say with tax, it is this, and that's like a whole language thing that you're going to have to do, because it's already included over here.
Gotcha. So theirs is going to be £160 and there's no additional, that includes the tax already.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Obviously these are all, you know, still in conversations, but when I've asked that question, that's the reply that I've had back.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a really good quality product. You pay a fortune for those if you bought them all as individual supplements. So.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Does that include the shipping also? Will that be lumped into the total price?
Yeah, like in the US for challenge packs, I think it's like $2 for shipping.
Okay. Yeah. I'd need to check that. Yeah, I'll find out for definite. Let me check that too.
I had another money question also. I read in the launch information that a coach won't be able to spend £200 their first week.
Yeah.
Now, can you explain that?
This is some random law that came out in, I think, the 70s in the UK. And a customer literally can buy as much as they want. There's no limit on a customer spend. But because of some bad practice from network marketers back in the 70s, the government decided to protect, you know, entrepreneurs and now put a cap of £200 so they don't waste too much money. So a customer can buy as much as they want, but a business owner can actually only spend £200 in their first sort of seven days. So they get like a cooling off period to really think about it, to make sure they've made the right decision so they don't feel like they've been conned. It is the most ridiculous law out there, and everybody that's in the networking industry, everybody in the direct selling association are all trying to get it, you know, chucked out. But that is, you know, them's the rules. If you're a customer, you can spend as much money as you want. There's no protection for any customers, you know, let's spend as much money. But with the business side of it, yeah, there's a £200
okay. So then to sign for a coach, as a coach, with the challenge pack will be at least 200 or below. We're safe there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Shannon has a question.
Good question though, because that's like something that people stumble on. They're like, you know, what is this rule?
Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah.
And it's just the first week, right? After the first week, then they can order more. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Then they're educated enough to clearly spend more money. It's bonkers. Welcome to the UK.
yeah.
What is that equivalent in American dollars?
200 pounds?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
$200 without tax.
Yeah, it'd be like 220, 240 US.
Oh, okay. So they could still do the all access challenge pack.
Yeah, because that's going to be 160 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, which every conversation I've had is like 199 pounds or less. So yeah, we do our best to make sure that we don't make it difficult for people.
Great. Okay, cool. Another question. So Shannon's asking, she has family and friends that live in Southern Ireland, or West and Southern Ireland. So maybe this is you can give us like a history lesson on this, but so apparently like the UK is made up of England, Wales,
England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. But when we say Ireland, we say Northern Ireland. So you don't actually say Northern Ireland, you say England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. That's how we say it. And that for us is Northern Ireland. And then Southern Ireland, and there's no water between the two. It's literally you drive through across the border and you're in Southern Ireland. That's euros, and a whole different ball game. So the Northern Ireland is the pound and Southern Ireland is euros. So obviously we're not dealing in euros just yet, but the plan is to expand into the rest of Europe, and that is the opportunity that you have before you. And the UK has always been the bridge to Europe. And unfortunately for the Southern Irish, they kind of get left out, and it gets really frustrating for them. Again, they have found themselves to be quite resourceful on how they smuggle that across the border and get it as buy it in Northern Ireland and then bring it across. So they will find a way, I'm sure. But officially we won't be in Southern Ireland. However, I have pushed for us to get there as soon as possible, because from previous experience of launching a company in the UK, when we left out the Southern Ireland, it was messy. So I know that they're already looking into that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a different currency, so it makes it complicated.
Yeah, and it's not part of the United Kingdom. Right?
Nope.
Gotcha.
No.
What else we got here? How about Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland are all part of that.
Yeah. And you don't need passports to get between all of them.
Is there any way? So in the U.S., we have what's called a social security number, which is how the IRS keeps track of what we owe in taxes. And we have to include our social security number whenever we sign up to be a coach. Anytime a new coach signs up, they got to include the social security number.
Okay.
And it's one extra thing that sometimes in the US, people are they don't want to give up the social security number because a lot of their personal information is attached to it.
Yeah.
But as a customer, you don't have to give that stuff. I was just curious, in the UK, if you guys had an equivalent of a social security number that people are going to have to give when they sign up as a coach, like a tax ID.
So we get given, as soon as we hit the age of 16, we all get given a national insurance number, and we all contribute towards national insurance payments. Now, some companies will ask for this national insurance number and some won't. So I'll check whether that's, but it's not related to tax, but they do, it is like Big Brother here all of a sudden. So I will check to see if the national insurance number is going to have to be added. People aren't that precious on their national insurance number, it's you give it out. So but I'll find out if that is something that's going to be requested on our forms and when people join.
Okay, great.
Good questions.
Is there any way? Will that mean the age of coaches can be 16 in the UK, or the 18?
18. As far as I'm aware, it's 18, and I think that's because of the whole, protect. It's along the lines of the £200 business thing again. We need to protect them and make sure they're old enough to be an entrepreneur.
Okay, great. Yeah. Does anybody else have any other questions, or is there anything, Sarah, that you go by Sarah Jane or SJ or Sarah?
Yeah, everyone calls me SJ.
SJ? Okay, cool. Any other questions that you've been getting asked a lot from other coaches, other teams that we haven't covered yet?
I have one quick question, Pat. Hi, Sarah. It's Pete Reelman.
Okay, cool. All right, so we've got Peter and a Patrick. Now I get it, right? Because I had another Patrick. Now I've got Peter.
That was the other Patrick. That was my mom. It's a family. Yeah, it's family business.
I get it.
Yeah. when you're talking about Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland,
yeah.
do you see much activity in that? I know that's part of the UK. Do you see, most of the people I've talked to that are interested are in England. Do you see much activity happening in Scotland, do you think? Wales, Northern Ireland? I'm just curious.
Yeah, definitely. And there's actually a master trainer that was at Summit. She flew out to Summit, so she's in Scotland. Definitely, we're all the same across them. We've just got a different accent. So yeah, there'll be lots of interest. Everywhere you get, everyone's really conscious of the obesity rate over here. And when we do the numbers on how fat everyone is here in the UK, it's 64% are overweight, it's 24% I think are obese. We're known as the fat man of Europe, and that is the whole of the country. So that's not just England, that's Wales included, Northern Ireland and Scotland. So all of these figures kind of pull everybody together. So yeah, definitely. They're no different. We're no different. We're all the same.
Yeah. So I was talking to a friend of mine who's actually from the UK, and he was quite interesting what you're talking about, being pushy and everything. He actually said, if you want to talk to people about the coaching opportunity, at the end of the conversation, you might want to say something to the effect of, I know the people in the UK a lot better than I do. So what do you think about what we're doing? Maybe throw that at him. What do you think about that? I mean, he thought you should kind of, not be pushy, but ask them what their ideas about, the product, the coaching opportunity.
Yeah, brilliant. We love being asked questions, and everyone likes to talk and give their opinion, and the Brits definitely like to do that when we're given the opportunity. So yeah, asking them that question would definitely work. And you're not being forceful then, and I think that's what we hate, is it when it's being rammed down our throats. It's like that's that, and I think that's with anybody. It's not just here. But
so that being said, I made sure I asked you if it was okay to be in our Team Boom UK group.
Yes, you did.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah. Anything else if that kind of pops up, Sarah, or SJ, when you've been talking to the other teams, like any other questions or anything we kind of haven't really touched on?
No, you've brought some things up that haven't been mentioned elsewhere. I think it's all the same kind of questions, and how to approach it is it'll be something you'll evolve. And it's the same with anything. When you're first starting out in business, it's kind of like that now with the UK. You'll practice something, you'll go, oh, that was nasty, that didn't work well at all, and now all of a sudden this person's blocked me or doesn't want to speak to me ever again. And then you're going to do something, you go, okay, that worked. And it's like, work together and share those ideas that you've got. You're all one team, and that's what I really love about Beachbody, is that it's, I'm seeing that everybody's working together really well, and share what works with each other, because that's the more momentum you'll get. And that's the way to build the business. But yeah, just trial and error. Don't be afraid to connect and go and join groups that you wouldn't ordinarily have, thought that's where you'd meet somebody that would be suitable. But who would have thought somebody would have been doing shift shop in the English Mastiffs group? So, it happens.
Yeah. Very cool.
I have another question, if it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, Joe.
SJ, you said there was going to be some tours. So is there going to be a schedule like when you'll be in Wales or Scotland, or will that come up in advance so we know ahead of time?
Oh, absolutely. That'll be one of the things we're brainstorming tomorrow. So I know we've got quite a big call tomorrow, and it will be which cities we're going to do, which date we're going to do it. They wanted to do it initially the week straight after. I've kind of pushed that back a bit just to give some time to get. I don't want to distract away from the London event. We really want to get as many people there as possible in London, although I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. And then we'll launch we'll make sure we go to places that, from my experience, people will travel to. And do as many as we possibly can.
Are you the person doing all the tours? Do you have a team that's going?
I'll be going, Arno will be going, and then we'll be getting some coaches over from. And so Arno and I will probably do the first couple together, and then we'll just divide and conquer. So yeah, it's and we'll have some coaches come over. I know Melanie's coming over, so that'll be quite cool. So some of the top ones will be coming over, but remember, everybody will already be registered, so they'll just be passing on their knowledge, and it will just be like going to a mini summit.
Cool. Thank you.
I saw here on the little coach information packet about the UK that the UK is the second largest health and fitness market in the world. I'm guessing that's behind the US, I would assume. But
yeah, I would imagine so.
What's the population in the UK?
I want to say 64 million.
Oh, man. Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's a lot of people, and that's a lot of fat people too. It's like we could definitely do a couch body to beach body, because there's a lot of sedentary people over here right now that are just not moving. So yeah, and actually one of the questions that was mentioned somewhere was about the sizes of our houses and how people work out and how you get that. And
oh yeah.
And it's interesting because I don't know if anyone's seen me on my Facebook. I'm actually doing it in my bathroom because that's the only room with the highest ceilings, because here I can just touch the ceilings. It's really low. So that is a bit of a problem for us here, you know, and that's where you kind of think outside the box and think, well, where can they do it? And so Weight Watchers, which I know you have over in the US, they go to big like village halls and things. And so you can create a community within a community and get them going and doing a village hall workout. And so get them always to think outside the box instead of putting limitations, going, well, I can't do it here. You kind of think, right, but there's got to be somewhere, because our homes aren't as big, and the ceilings are low. And it's so you have to kind of overcome it and just encourage them to do it wherever they possibly can. Hence why I'm posting videos of me doing it in my bathroom.
Someone said you could do it at the pubs.
Yeah, wow, they're not very big either. But yeah.
Then, another question here. They asked if the 30-day money-back guarantee, if that's going to apply.
Yeah, that's going to apply.
Okay,
yeah.
Will there be any issues for a UK coach converting a US or Canadian customer to a coach? A UK coach is going to be able to have US and Canadian customers and going to be able to sign up US and Canadian.
Yeah, that's you're going to find really interesting, because over in America, everyone's going to now think that you've conquered America. So now you're coming over to the UK and you're going to go and build your team over in the UK. And then what you're going to find is a load of people from the UK are going to go and find all the people that you didn't find in the US.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you said there's 60 million in the UK.
Yeah.
And there's between the US and Canada, I think there's over 350 million people that that aren't coaches yet. So
yeah, it will happen. It will be happening, and and it's going to be like your next door neighbor will be signed up from somebody that's in the UK. So it's
interesting. That'll be cool.
Yeah. Don't let that happen.
Right. In the UK, are they, once Beachbody moves from the UK and the pound to the euro and kind of starts opening countries in Europe, are people in the UK pretty close with and connected with the people in the rest of Europe through social media, or is it not really? No.
It's the same as you in Canada, really, I suppose. I don't know, how connected you are. I mean, it's really easy for us to get there, but
you guys have $50 flights to all the countries, I know, which is kind of nice.
We do, but they all speak a different language to us, and we're really quite lazy. The English, it's, I don't know, we don't necessarily want to learn the language. We expect everyone to learn ours, and so it's not a gimme that we're going to know loads of people in Europe. So, it's easy for us to get over there and it's easiest for us to do events, but yeah, they speak different languages. The Canadians have got a better chance with France. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and some of the South Americans have got better chances in Spain than we do. So
cool. Yeah. Okay, one more here. We got asking if the DVDs are going to be available, or is it just the Beachbody on demand?
Yeah, so DVDs are sold here already. So yeah, they're already out in the market. I think we're moving away from that though as much as possible.
Yeah. And then Shakeology, is the formula is going to be basically the same, or are they going to have to change it a little bit?
It's already, if it has been changed, it's already been changed, and it's already here. It's sitting in a warehouse in the Netherlands, ready to ship.
Netherlands, cool.
Yeah. And it's as long as it's ready for the UK, then it's ready for the whole of Europe. So it's the same product that will go across Europe.
Excellent. Awesome. Let's see. Quick culture question. Yeah, I guess so. Nikki has a quick question. We got about. Is it okay, SJ? Do you have 3 more minutes?
Yeah.
And then we'll end it. Okay, cool. I don't know. You guys are 5 hours ahead of the East Coast, or 6 hours?
It is 5 to 10 in the evening now.
5 to 10. Okay, so you guys are 6 hours ahead. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
we do.
No, you guys are 5 hours ahead.
Okay, yeah. So we move forward and we move back. So we move our clocks in summer and in autumn. Oh, autumn. There we go. That's a word. It's not fall. It's autumn here.
Yeah. Autumn's a trainer to us. 21-day tricks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's going to do really well over here.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm loving I don't know who Al Deal is, but I love how that dog is being so attentive to what we're talking about. Oh no, it's just gone now. It's so funny. It's just sitting there watching the screen. Sorry. Go. What were you going to say? 3 minutes.
I think Nikki's had a quick culture question.
Yeah. Hi. Quick question. So, we're really familiar, obviously, with, helping people here in the U.S. and certain struggles people have. So I was just wondering if there are any like cultural tips that you can have that people struggle with there in regard. We have fast food all over the place. Obviously there's fast food there as well. So just kind of getting in the minds of actually helping people who want help. So sometimes people are big nighttime snackers and, different types of things that we have here. But I know that people value and approach food, for example, differently there with farming and having their own gardens more commonly than we do here. So if there's any tips in regards to, a lot of the things are going to apply in regards to childcare and being able to do things at home and not having to leave in the weather with the snow and the rain and that kind of thing. But what kind of things are they struggling with there? Are there particular foods that are, that maybe in a conversation as we're getting to know somebody that we can pick up on, like, oh, that's a trigger. Like that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we used to have gardens and we used to spend time really doing that. That doesn't happen so much now because both parents typically have to work. So in a household, there's 2 people working now. So it's, we all think we have. I've got a vegetable patch out there that, it's got some rhubarb and that's about it. So it's like all good intentions, but doesn't always happen. We pretty much have the same problems that you have now. I don't think there's as many fast food joints here, but we still have a lot, and coffee is huge here too. And I think the thing for us is that unhealthy food is really cheap and healthy food is expensive, which I'm fairly confident is the same there. And so the biggest objection you're going to have is around the price. And so exactly as you will be doing over there, we spend £4 a day at least on a Starbucks without even blinking. And that's the thing that you'll need to relate to it, to everybody is, people buy coffee and just see it like that. And that's, other than that, I would say we're really the same. And it's just the challenge we've got here in the UK is that bad food is cheap and it's white. And, you look in trolleys of people, a shopping trolley, and it's just, you can tell what their diet or what they're going to look like just from what's in their shopping trolley. If it's got 0 colour and it's all got, Tesco value or Sainsbury's value written all over it, you know that they're going to be overweight. So, that's just use your, what you use over there is the same here. There's no difference in that. That's the reason why we've now grown to be so obese over here as well, is because we're just following in your footsteps. You've led the way very well. And all of the fast food chains are all here now.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
yeah. But for us, like, good nutrition is out there, and it's just letting people know the reason why they should be taking it. And that's why I think educating people on Shakeology and why it's so good for them versus other products that are out there that we're not going to name any names, but there's some that are really shocking, and so you've just got such great nutrition, so just get that knowledge to be able to share with people why it's better than anything else, and be confident when you're talking about it too.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you so much, SJ. That was very, very helpful. And thanks for taking the time to hop on here. I know it's probably 10 o'clock there now. Yeah. Thanks again, and have a great time. You're going on vacation, I think, on Friday. You said for 2 weeks, so enjoy that.
Yeah, we call it holiday.
Holiday. Sorry. See, I already messed up.
Don't forget how we end.
Yeah. So our team is called Team Boom.
Okay.
OOM. And so we have a little fun way of just kind of saying thanks to our guest speakers. So we're going to give you a little boom on 3 as a way of thanking you for taking time.
Can I video this?
What's that? You
Hold
can
on.
video, yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna video this.
I'm going to unmute everybody here. I don't know. This might be like a very American thing, I'm assuming. So.
That's okay.
All right, guys, let's give her a big boom on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Boom!
Thank you, SJ.
Thank you.
Hey, you got to come on the Team Boom retreat with us.
I will. Good.
Yes,
Thank you so very much.
Yep, we have to see who drinks more. We'll bring warm beer for you.
No, don't do that.
Thanks again.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.